What's going on, guys? This is Kobe with Sample Source, back with another video. If you do not know who I am already, I'm a platinum and Billboard charting producer. I produce for artists like Rod Wave, K-Camp, YFN Lucci Rotimi, and many more. And the only reason you should listen to me is because I have built my business up past 4,000 a month, and I have been full-time as a producer for over 2 years now. So hopefully you can learn from the experiences that I share from my personal business, apply it to your business, and start seeing some profit from it. I've helped a couple producers to quit their jobs, and I've helped a few more producers earn over $1,000 a month for themselves. So hopefully you can take this information and apply it to your own business as well. So today we're going to learn how I use this to earn thousands of dollars every single month over the phone. So what I do, if you don't know already, I have an ad running that gives away free beats, and whenever they go and download their free beats, it takes them to an offer page. When they get to that page, they can book a call with me, and it basically offers them a custom beat in which they receive some extra services if they want to hire me to make a custom beat for them. After they book a call with me, then I use this exact phone sequence that I'm about to show you to earn thousands of dollars every single month. And there's so many reasons that it works. So I'm going to show it to you, and then I'm going to break down why this works. Okay, so now we are looking at my exact framework. So the reason why frameworks are so successful is because you figure out a method and a formula that works, and you just repeat that and repeat that and repeat that over and over again, because you've done so much research and so much experimentation that you figured out the best funnel to begin with. So the first thing that I do in this funnel is I like your music. That's what I tell them. And I don't say this half-heartedly. I don't say this in a non-genuine way. I only tell this to artists that I actually like their music. Today, I had someone book a call with me where their music straight up sucked, and then I didn't even take the call because I don't want to lie to them and say that I like their music, and I don't want to sell something to someone who's not qualified to work with me. So that's the first step, is to make sure that you actually like their music and give them a genuine compliment on one of the songs that you listen to from their catalog. The second step is I ask them how long they've been making music. I want them to tell me their story, and the best way to sell someone is by them giving you a lot of information about them, and then you using that, not manipulating that information to get a result that you want, but using that information to show them something that they already want. So that's the difference between persuading someone and convincing someone. So now that we've identified that, the next step is to explain your offer. So my offer is a custom beat. They get a 4-hour virtual session through Zoom with me where I make the beat live. I share my screen. I share my audio. The other thing that they get is free mixing and mastering. I outsource this on a site called soundbetter.com. I sifted through that site and looked through all of the mixing and mastering engineers in the hip hop and trap and R&B range, and I found 3 of them that I can reach out to. And basically I pay them, I outsource, and I pay them up front. They do the mix and master, and then I send it back to the artist, and they're part of my team. So I found them and I said, hey, do you want me to send you artists to work with, to send you mixing clients? Of course they're going to say yes. So that is an easy way to offer value, and my upfront cost ranges anywhere from $100 to $200 depending on the mixing mastering engineer. A lot of them charge upwards of $300, $400, and $500. So you have to really look through and find quality mixing and mastering engineers that don't charge a premium. So after you've gotten that to work and you have that included in your offer, then the next thing that you want to do is you want to identify some points of pain that maybe have happened in the artist's career and in their relationships, especially when it comes to producers. So I asked them, have you ever worked one-on-one with producers before? If they haven't, then you're just going to move on to the next step. But if they have, then what you want to do is ask them what that experience was like. Was it a positive experience? Was it a negative experience that left them jaded and they were really wondering what to do next? So I asked them that, and chances are that they have had some negative experiences working with producers one-on-one. This is very sad for me, but it's also a great opportunity for you to step in and show them what a great experience looks like to work with a producer one-on-one. So once I've identified that, that really gives me enough information to dive into my offer, and they're going to be very open to it because I have so many positive experiences from artists that have worked with me, and they all give me 5-star reviews and say that it was a great time working with me virtually. So next I asked them, where do you usually get your beats from? Do you get them from YouTube? Do you get them from BeatStars. I need to know this information because if they have leased beats in the past, they're going to be familiar with that process, and I can explain to them the pros and cons of that. But if they haven't had that experience yet, then I get to explain to them and be the expert on that. So that actually gives me more trust from them and allows me to close the sale a lot easier. So the next step is, after you've asked them what their experience was like, was it largely a positive one or was it more negative? Then you want to ask them, have you seen the reviews that I've had? Have you seen what artists have said about my work? So in my offer page, I include some reviews that I've put on there, and I actually make those reviews through SoundBetter. You can make a profile for free and get artists to endorse you if they've already worked with you one-on-one before. So I had a few artists that have done that, so I got 3 reviews up on there, and they're all 5 stars. The artists love working with me, and chances are, if they've gotten through your whole funnel, your prospect is going to have checked those out and seen the reviews. So you basically are saying like, hey, have you seen that it is a great experience working with me? That way it's going to solidify that they're not going to have a negative experience like they maybe had in the past. They're going to have a positive experience, and that is backed up by the social proof from other artists. After this, I like to add a guarantee before I get into the pricing. So this is interesting. I let them know that if for some reason something goes south, they don't like the beat, and they've paid me a deposit, then I would not expect them to pay me more of their hard-earned money. I will give you all of your money back if you don't like the beat that I produce. And all of the artists that have worked with me love the beats that I produce for them because I consider myself a good producer. And this means that there is such a low chance of them asking for their money back that this makes the artist a lot more comfortable buying a beat from you, knowing that they could get their money back if for some reason something goes wrong. And if I was paying somebody hundreds and hundreds of dollars for a custom beat, then of course I would want some kind of guarantee that I could get my money back if something went wrong. The psychology behind this is that they will probably never take you up on that offer to get their money back. So this makes it much easier for you to go through with the transaction. So the next step is it okay if I let you know about my pricing for custom beats? So this is basically asking them for permission to let you know about your offer. So I think that this is a great psychological thing because they are giving you permission to let them know about your prices instead of you simply barging in and telling them this is what I charge for this and you can take it or leave it. So I think that that is an important step. After I ask that and they agree and they say, okay, cool, then I'll let them know, hey, my price for a custom beat right now is $750. I know that's not a small amount of money, but this is how I do it. I divide it into 2 payments, $375 for the first half, and then when you're satisfied with the beat and you're like, okay, I've written to it, I'm ready to record on it, then we'll get squared away on the other half, and then you can just send that payment through and I'll send the stems to you or your engineer. If they have that kind of money, then they'll probably agree to this. If they don't, then they're going to let you know like, hey, price is still an issue. At this point, you can do one of 2 things. You can either downsell them to leases and you can say, hey, no problem, I actually have a lease deal. You can get buy 3, get 3 free or something like that. So you can offer that to them, or what you can do is offer them a payment plan. So I actually closed $1,000 sale today, and what I offer to the artist is, hey, just pay me $100 a week. Then after 10 weeks, you'll have paid off the beat. And whenever you get up to $500 in payments, that's when we can jump into the virtual session. And that way I can pay my mixing and mastering engineers and I can pay for the other service that I was offering in that particular instance. That makes it very simple for them. Hey, it's just $100 a week. Yeah, that's $400 a month, which is not a small amount of money, but it allows them to guesstimate how much they're going to be able to pay, and it just cuts in smaller amounts other than paying up $1,000 up front, which is a whole lot of money for most people. After they agree, it is very important for you to schedule a date to set up the Zoom session. So this is where you want to have a calendar up and you want to make sure you're not conflicting with any other sessions or engagements. What you want to avoid is saying something like, hey, what day works for you? I'm open any day at any time. You don't want to leave it up to them. You want to let them know something like this. Hey, does Friday or Saturday work sometime in the afternoon? Just give them 2 options at the most. And if those don't work, then they're going to let you know a day that works for them. They're going to say, nah, I'd usually work nights. So what I would like to do is work in the evening on Tuesday. So that way you can really get to a concise time very quickly, set that up and say that you're going to hit them up the day of to make sure that you're still on for the session. As far as collecting payment, I wait till the day of the session and I ask them, hey, are we still on for today? After they respond, I say, okay, cool. Do you want to send through PayPal or Cash App? If they don't have those 2, then once again, they're going to let you know what payment works best for them. After that, send the appropriate payment link. And then when they pay you the deposit, then and only then will you jump into the Zoom session. As far as file delivery, after I've completed the custom beat, I usually send through WeTransfer, and if they give me their engineer's email or their email, that's how I send. Okay, so the last thing is after the phone conversation, what you want to let them know on the phone is that you're going to send them a license agreement, and you're also going to put in writing what you talked about over the phone. So you can see below on this that I attach a template agreement to the email, and I let them know that this is what you're getting, this is what it's going to cost, and what we talked about over the phone. So I think that this is super important. It gives them a lot more buyer confidence, and it allows me to close more sales. I'm going to put the license agreement template in the description, as well as a link to this script so that you can download it for free and start applying it when you speak over the phone to sell beats. So make sure you go and download the free stuff in the description before you leave. I hope you enjoyed this video as much as I enjoyed sharing my secret sauce with you guys, and I will see you in the next video.